In today's episode of Value in My Toy Collection, we're going to value some vintage Wonder Woman dolls and a lot of other celebrity dolls and just a ton of miscellaneous toys. So make sure you stay until the very end of the video and we're going to let you know how much everything was actually worth. Hey everyone, my name is Chris. I'm a full-time beauty pageant director as my career, but in my spare time, I'm a huge toy collector. I've been collecting toys now for over 40 years. You can officially call me a toyaholic. Thanks so much for checking out my YouTube channel. My channel consists mainly of two things: beauty pageants, which I love, and toys, which I love even more. My dream in life has always been to own a toy museum. So it's finally happened. I've bought a building and now I've got to move this massive collection and value it into the building. We're calling it the Toy Vault because it's an old bank building located in Crystal Springs, Mississippi that actually has two large vaults. So now I'm just going to make a ton of videos and value my toy collection. And then I'm going to make some where I take you shopping with me to thrift stores and flea markets and toy stores to let you see where I find all these goodies. So let's start this episode of Value in My Toy Collection and value some toys. So let's jump right in and start valuing these toys. First, we have a loose Diana Ross doll made in the 1970s, and she's worth about $75. She just needs a little bath. And then we have the Diana Ross doll still in the box, worth about $165. Then we have a Dorothy Hamill doll from the 1970s, still in the box, worth about $50. Then we have a reproduction doll from 2008, a Julia doll played by Diane Carroll, worth over $200, but we're going to say $200. And this is the one that blew my mind. A Marla Gibbs doll, lowest price $500. That's amazing. I had no idea she was worth that much. Then we have the JJ doll from Good Times. And his box, he just needs some new cellophane put on that box. He's worth about $100. Those 70 dolls really became valuable. And speaking of valuable, we have our Wonder Woman dolls. Here we have the Wonder Woman doll herself. It's worth about $225. And then we have the Diana Prince doll out of the box. She's got a little age to her, but worth still $75. Then we have a couple loose dolls. These are not their original outfits, but those shoes are probably worth $20 by themselves, but we'll say she's worth $35. And then we have another loose doll of Wonder Woman, also worth about $35. She was played by Linda Carter in the 70s. Now these, it just blew my mind. This stuff was worth so much. We have the Nubia doll. She's worth $550. That was her lowest value, and they go for even a lot more than that. So I'm so glad I picked all these dolls up. I didn't pay nearly that for it when I bought them, probably $100, $150 back in the day. And then we have the Queen Hippolyte. I believe that's how you say it. And she's worth $450. Even though she has a little rip in the box, she goes up to $500, $600. They're just so valuable. And then from 1976, we have the Steve Trevor doll, also worth about $225. That's like $1,000+ just in 4 dolls. It just really blew my mind. And then on the back of the box, there's a picture of all the dolls. I don't know if Diana came in her own box in that uniform or that just came as an extra accessory with the Wonder Woman doll. Then we have this little magnet worth $5. We have a Snoopy toy box. It's worth about $50. And just randomly, we've got a lot of toys. We've got these Pez that are still in the tube. And we have, I think, 8 of these, and they're worth about $5 each. So that's $40 worth of Pez we can add to our overall grand total at the end of the video. Some more Pez. We have Dr. Strange still on the card. He's worth about $10. We have Captain Marvel. He's worth about $8. Then we have a vintage Peppermint Patty from the Peanuts. She's worth about $10. And then a Halloween pumpkin still on the card worth about $10. Then it just had a ton of these that were still in their sleeve. And I didn't go look every single one up, but we have 12 of these. And I figure they're worth at least $4 each. So that's about $48 more we can add to the overall grand total. Like here's a strawberry shortcake one. I bet she's worth more than $4. And let's see what else we have. That's the little mascot from Icy. He's probably worth more than that. And this little girl has braids. That's pretty cool. Then we've got this really cool tin from Nuremberg, Germany. And I got it at a thrift store for $2, but it's worth at least $30. Had some little throw rugs we're going to put out at the toy museum. These are worth about $6 each. I try to value everything to get to my total. And then we've got this big vintage Muppet poster framed, worth about $35. And then we've got a huge, giant Garfield plush, worth about $75. And I won't bore you with all the individual manuals and the game and all the cassette tapes and everything, but I did a running total of everything, and when I added up all these little cartridges, the game and the manuals, it came out to be worth about $339. That's pretty cool. Some of these tapes are worth like $10 and $15 each, and I found this cool little fake book set that holds tapes worth $30. And I had all these puppets hanging up on the wall above all the Atari games, and they're worth about $20 each, so that's $60 more we can add to our total. They're pretty fun when you take them down and play with them. And then I found these American Idol bobbleheads and these little nesting dolls of Simon. Those are worth $10. And then this one of Clay Aiken, he's worth about $35. And then they had this one of Diana DeGarmo. You don't even remember these people anymore. It's such a shame. She's worth about $25. This one of Simon Cowell's a different company, but he's worth about $20. This one of Fantasia Barrino, she's worth about $35. And I think this is Kelly Clarkson, worth about $35. And Ruben Studdard, also worth about $35. And then everyone's favorite, William Hung, worth about $25. And I've got this American Idol magazine in the back. It's worth about $8. And I found a few more video game things. We have an Atari sign to hang on the wall. It's worth about $12. And a vintage Nintendo game that's worth about $75. And then I also found this little random figure. It looks like from Jamaica or the Bahamas, worth about $4. And we have some bobbleheads. We have these cats. They're worth about $8. They are to look like our old cats, Minnie and Mocha, that we love so much. And then Nicole Smith, that bobblehead's worth about $23. A local celebrity, Rob J., he's worth about $5, our newscaster. And then we have a Statue of Liberty bobblehead that's worth about $10. And then this little bobblehead that says #1 Mom, worth about $8. Here's a couple bobbleheads we got on vacation. From the Venetian, he's worth about $15. And from one of the beaches we went to, the little flamingo, is worth about $6. The little Santa Claus bobblehead's worth about $20 still in the box. And then we have this little mini Atari game and TV set that's worth about $15. I got it at a Toy Con. Then we've got a Queen Mary souvenir dish worth about $10. This little souvenir elephant from one of the state parks is worth about $10. Then we've got this little Disney 4-pack of different figures. It's worth about $15. And then we have a vintage Gummy Bears puzzle worth about $15. And then we have a little Tailspin Baloo figure still in the package, also worth about $15. And then we've got these little COVID pins. We have 2 sets of these about keeping your distance, and they're probably worth about $3 for the set of 2. We've got some little Gummy Bear figures. This one's worth about $8. And then we have Monterey Jack. He's worth $18. This one in the airplane, he is worth about $6. John from Robin Hood's worth about $15. And then we have another Monterey Jack. We have 2. We'll probably sell one since we have 2, but he's worth about $8. And then we have Tummy. He's worth $7. And I don't know who this one's from, so we'll just say she's worth about $2. And then we have a Baloo. He might be a Happy Meal toy worth $6. We have Sunny. She's worth $7. I have another one. We'll sell the extra one. And then we have Gruffy. He's worth $7. And this little one, she's ceramic. She's probably worth about $2. I don't know who she's from. And then we have another duplicate figure we'll probably sell. And then we have this kind of imitation version of Strawberry Shortcake worth $4 and a Gummy Bear plush worth $35. Got this little Angry Birds figures still in the pack worth $20. We have an Angry Birds plush that's worth $15. You know, I've never seen Angry Birds. I know it's a game, but I've never seen the cartoon. This big plastic one's worth $10 that we put on a little stand so it won't roll around. And then we have a couple little figures. These 2 are worth about $3 each. And then this little pig's worth $4. This one's worth $3. And then this one is worth $6. And the little Happy Meal toy is worth $5. And then I thought this was Angry Birds, but it's Vampirina. It's worth $9. Then we have some Lion King toys. Lion King 2 Pride Rock with a mystery figure is worth $30. And this Flock, Zazu, and Scar from 2011 is also worth $30. This Go Wild Button's worth $15. And then this little Simba figure loose is worth $5. I have a set of Angry Bird erasers that are worth $10 on eBay. And then this larger set of erasers is worth about $12 on eBay. I always take my prices from eBay and I take the lowest possible one. This woolly mammoth from Imaginext is worth $20. And this little plush from the Blood Services is worth $3. And then we have this. This is kind of crazy. It's a 2014 Robbage Super Plunger Blaster Gun worth $25. Got some albums. We got a Whitney Houston worth $20. Village People, it's worth about $13. And then we have Eastbound and Down worth $12. I looked them all up. Barbra Streisand is worth about $10. This Grease album is worth $20. I have a Liberace album worth about $10. And then we have Tony Orlando worth $11. And then we have the Karate Kid, which I'm going to say $50, but it was $100 on eBay. Sinatra is worth about $13. Don Ho, it's worth about $10. The soundtrack from The Sting is worth about $10. Dionne Warwick album is worth about $12. My Name is Barbara Streisand, worth $12. Dionne's worth about $10. Barbara Mandrell is worth about $12. A Mendelssohn album, it's worth about $12. And then we have, The King and I, it's worth $10. This children's album is worth about $12. And a Lawrence Welk album, it's worth $10. I love that picture on the front. Then I had a couple little singles. Willie Nelson, On the Road Again, worth at least $5. And then little Sammy Davis, The Candyman, worth about $3. Couple things I just picked up at Walmart. This Peeps Polly Pocket set. It's worth $27 on eBay, but it was $10 at Walmart. This little thing was $5 on clearance. It's a Honeybee Garden play set worth $15. Hot Wheel. This one's from 2024, worth about $3. And then we got this little Peeps drinking tumbler for $4 at Walmart, and it's valued at $10 on eBay. And I got this cool doll. I just got her because she had a ramen noodle skirt. How cool was that? She's worth about $25, and she was on clearance for $12 at Walmart. So I definitely picked her up just because she was pretty cool. Then a couple things I just got in from some eBay. I got this Darcy CoverGirl Darcy Redhead in the blue box. She's worth $100. And I think I paid $75 or $80 for her on eBay. But I just did that Darcy video making me want her. And from Muppets, the Veterinary Hospital is worth $70. Then from Temu, I got some little tin signs. Bob's Burger, it's worth about $10. Bob Gross, like Bob Ross, he's worth about $10. And then I got this cute one of Laverne and Shirley, also worth about $10. And I got some round ones. I got the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation worth $5. Shoney's Big Boy, he's worth about $5. And then from the movie Up, that one's worth $5. And the General Lee from Dukes of Hazzard, also worth about $5. And I got a couple little stained glass, well, they're plastic, but they look like stained glass when you hang them up, of a burger. It's worth about $4. Thought it was kind of cute. And then this from the movie Up, also worth about $4. My toy museum is going to be so cute when I get everything set up. People are just going to love it. Got a Pigs in Space air freshener worth about $4. And then I got a Kamala Harris presidential coin that's worth about $10. And then a Donald Trump figure. He's really heavy. He's worth about $20. And then a Trump garbage truck worth about $26. And then from the thrift store, we got these little construction vehicles. They're worth about $5 each. And a little Cupid doll worth $4. Got this little Fisher-Price Little People Girl worth $4. And we got this little Toad from Mario. He's worth $6. And this cute little horse baby teeth are worth $7. Well, in our previous 388 videos of value in my toy collection, our collection was worth $970,000.
$278. And then we did this video of all of our miscellaneous toys and some of those vintage dolls that were worth so much. This video totaled $5,007. So when we add this to what we had, our grand total for episode 389 of Value in My Toy Collection is $975,285. I've still got a lot of videos to make, so I'm hoping my toy collection is going to be worth $1 million, so I can say I have $1 million toy collection. But remember, I'm not a millionaire. I've just been going to toy stores and thrift stores and flea markets and garage sales all my life, and it's just accumulated to that big old total. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos as much as I am making them. I like to see what I have and what it's actually worth because it's just been sitting on shelves for years. And I'm putting all these toys on our Facebook page so people can see them up close, and it's called the Toy Vault of Mississippi. So until our next video, guys, we will see you then.